Hello everybody, how you doing? I just pulled in. I've been out and gathered up some stuff. Let me show you what I got. It's a trunk load of mahogany. I've been out busting up pallets, and that's only about a third of the pallets that are set aside for me. The trunk is full. And with all of this wood, plus the wood I already have, I should have enough to build 4, maybe 5 cooler boxes. And there are 7, 8, 9, 10 more pallets waiting for me. I just need to get over and bust them apart. It's tough because this is the only way right now I have to get them home. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this trunk unloaded, and I don't know what else I'll do tonight, but I'll come back and keep you guys posted on what's going on in the shop. I got the trunk unloaded, and that's a pretty good stash of wood. I'm happy with that. I mean, it's some beautiful color to that wood. What I want to do now is my wife and kiddos are up at the archery range, so I'm going to head into the shop and do a little cleanup. Let me get some lights on here and I'll show you why. This table is from working on the arrow pin. All of the stuff I pulled out and attempted to use to get that pin working. I need to get this cleaned up because I've got some stuff to do this weekend. We do have 2 archery tournaments tomorrow, but between the tournaments and after the tournaments, it's supposed to be in the 60s. So I'm hoping to get my wine glass holders out and get some poly put on them. I've got 4 cutting boards here that need to be sanded. So I'm hoping poly the cutting boards between the tournaments. After the second tournament, put a second coat of poly if it's dry, sand these cutting boards down. If I get that done tomorrow, I'll be pretty happy. And then I'll put some oil on them as well. I'm hoping Sunday, we don't have really any plans. I am keeping my fingers crossed that I can get started on some of these cooler boxes, because well, I mean, look at this. I need to get this out of my shop. And the best way to get it out of the shop is to make something out of it. So I'm hoping tomorrow or Sunday is going to be start building the cooler box day. I heard from the shop today where I usually sell stuff, and I'm not up there selling right now, and there were 2 people in today looking for my pins. They had seen them and they came back to look at them again. So I don't have any up there. So they're like, "Oh, we really miss you," and so, I mean, I miss those guys too. So I told them I'm working on some stuff. I'm hoping to make a big push this weekend, and I'd like to get back up there by the end of March for the beginning of April. I'd like to be in there April. So that should give me enough time to build these cooler boxes and be ready to go. But anyway, I'm going to get cleaning. I'll come back and talk to you again in a few minutes. All right, I've made some progress. Let me show you what it looks like. I've got the table saw cleaned off. I've got my vac there to suck up the dust as I sand. There's a rubber pad under that cutting board to keep it from moving. I got my sandpaper loaded up and ready to go on my sander. Out here in the other part of the garage, I've got my polyurethane ready to go, my church key to open it, got my mixing stick, got my brush that I use to put it on, some gloves, tack cloth. Here I've got just some blocks of wood set up to be able to set the wine glass holders, and right there is the bin that has all of them in it. So I'm ready for tomorrow. My hope is I can get all of this done. Oh, also one thing I didn't show you over here, I've got 4 bottles of my mineral oil or butcher block oil for the cutting boards if I can get them sanded down. So I'm ready to go. Pretty much I've tried to think out everything I'll need. And like I said, we're going to get up early. We got an 8 o'clock flight time. We'll shoot. As soon as that's over, the next one is at 4 o'clock. So that'll be over by 9. We'll be home by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I'll have 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 6 hours. So I should be able to polyurethane those things up in an hour or so. And then I'll shut the door so the dust doesn't migrate out there. I'll come in here and sand. And hopefully I can get these all sanded. And I mean, in 4 or 5 hours, I should be able to get these sanded. And I'll get some oil on these, and they can be soaking for the next couple of days. And then when I come back from the 4 o'clock tournament, which will be 5:36, hopefully it's still warm enough. It looks like it right now on the schedule. It's going to be warm enough, but hopefully it is. And hopefully they've dried enough to where I can go ahead and put a second coat of poly on the wine glass holders. If I can do that, if I can get to that point, I am going to be extremely happy, because that's going to close down 2 projects. Both of them will be videos, so if you're interested, you'll be able to watch those on my other channel. But I'm glad they'll be closed, because that means those items are ready to go to the local store. And then I'm hoping that works, and maybe that after I get the last coat put on those while they're drying overnight, I can come in here and start getting set up to do a cooler box. I need to pull my old notes out. I need to take a couple of measurements of some of these cooler boxes. Just, you know, prep work, just kind of getting ready. Try to get everything off the saw so the saw's ready to go. And man, I'm hoping to make some good progress. It's about 10 minutes till 7. I'm expecting the family home at 7. I think what I'm going to do, since I've been busting pallets and working out here, I'm filthy. I think I'm going to go in the house and grab a quick shower. My wife is bringing some dinner home, and I'm going to spend the rest of the evening just hanging out with the kids. We got a couple of shows. They like to watch a show called The Middle, and we've recorded a couple of episodes of that. So we're going to sit down and watch that, and just take it easy for the rest of the night. So you'll be hearing from me tomorrow, and hopefully it's good news. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you again real soon.